The bulk select method for selecting the boards in your campaign allows you to quickly build a geo-targeted campaign, automatically selecting screens within a radius of your target locations or points of interest. It's best for when you want either broad coverage without needing to handpick screens, or selective coverage, but across multiple different points of interest. Examples of points of interest might be your own stores, or venues, areas, or other brands that attract your ideal audience. Aside from the board selection itself, all other aspects of setting up the campaign are the same as the hand select method. First step is just to create a new campaign, and to give that campaign a name. Here's where you choose how to select the boards for the campaign. In this tutorial, we'll be going through the bulk select method. You can type in any address that you are interested in and add them in one by one. Alternatively, we can upload a CSV list of the locations that you're looking for. This does have to be addresses or GPS coordinates. Here you'll see some samples that you can download to help prepare your CSV correctly. It's important to note that if you are using addresses, the address should be in a single column, separated by commas. You will need a header and can label it address. If you are using GPS coordinates, then you will need two columns, with two separate headings of latitude and longitude. Ensure that your file is saved or exported as a CSV, as it's the only file type that is supported. You can either click in the box here to upload or drag and drop your file. Now here you'll see that my header was address, and here's a sample from line 1. You now have to map this data to whether it's latitude or longitude or address. In this case, I'm using addresses. You also have to select the relevant country for accuracy in reading the address. Once that's all processed, you can click Finish, and you'll see that, in addition to the original selection of Brisbane, all of the addresses have uploaded here as well. I'll remove this one for now. The next step normally would be to set your target radius, and I'm going to quickly scroll down to the bottom and show you that all of these points of interest have been set out on the mini-map. Depending on the specific objective of your campaign, you might like to increase this to a broader radius, and you might do something like this if you were looking for that large area coverage. There are quite a number of boards selected here. Alternatively, you could be very, very targeted and reduce that radius. You can also apply any of the filters here. Let's say that you want anything that is visible on the street: billboards, bus shelters, urban panels, and I might also just include grocery stores. Based on that filter selection, there are only 13 boards in this entire area. Here you'll find the suggested hourly spend rate, and you can see a preview of some of the boards that have been selected into the campaign. If you need to, you can also tweak your selection to be a little bit more specific in which screens are being included. You can selectively exclude any of the screens. In case there is anything that might be of interest sitting outside of the radius, you can add individual sites into the campaign as well. Just the same as hand select method, you just click on any of the pins and add them using that plus button. You can see here that the selection is quite narrow, quite focused. That might be ideal for our campaign, but generally speaking, most campaigns do better with a significant number of boards. There is also an area here that doesn't have any coverage, so I'll try to improve that by adding more venue types. I'll add convenience stores and gas stations. Now that's included a bit more coverage in this area. I'm happy with that selection and can move on. Now you can set the campaign schedule and budgets. The first step is to set your start and end dates. You could also leave this campaign ongoing, which is recommended if either A, you intend or expect to change your campaign settings mid-flight, or B, you want to keep the campaign running for an extended period of time. Next step is to set a custom schedule, and you want to be targeting times when your audience is most likely to be around. I'll select before and after work. Now you can set the budget, and because it's an ongoing campaign, you can either set an hourly or daily budget. I'll just use the recommended spend rate, and as always, you should be looking for a good or excellent budget score. You can choose to set a spend limit or set to no spend limit. When no limit is set, the campaign will run continuously until it is paused, or you run out of credit. If you set a limit of, say, $40,000, then you would expect this campaign to run at $152 per hour, up until such time that the total of $40,000 is spent. Once that's been set, you can see your campaign projections, in this case, on a daily basis, and then you can continue. Now you can upload your artworks. You can skip this step or go ahead and upload the artworks now. Because you have a bulk selection, it's likely that you'll have a lot of different specifications. It's a good idea to pay attention to this board coverage number, which shows you how many boards are covered by that particular spec. If there are unique sizes, which there seem to be quite a few of in this campaign, it could indicate that these are roadside billboards or other high-impact sites. Click onto the See Coverage tab to review and make sure that key screens are not ignored just because it's a low coverage number. You can upload your artworks directly into each artwork card by clicking on the Upload Artworks button and drag and drop your file into here. Or you could select any compatible files from your gallery. I will select this file and submit that one for approval. Remember that if an artwork matches multiple spec sets, it will automatically assign to all of them. But if the preview isn't visible, it means that there isn't an artwork that matches those boards. Finally, you can review the campaign summary and make sure that all of the settings are right for your campaign. If you want to share this campaign with a client or internally, you can also generate a proposal where you could either download a PDF or share a web link. Once you finalize the campaign draft, you'll be dropped into the campaign dashboard. Right away, there's a notice that says the campaign is not live yet. Before the campaign will start to run, you will need to press play. You will also need for your artworks to be approved. You can check approval statuses in the Artworks tab. In this case, this artwork was rejected by the CAASie team and will not run. You also need to have credit in your account. There are multiple places where you can add credit. If you've just created a new campaign, the overview page is the fastest way, but you can also top up credits in the organization billing settings.